There's a lot of stories in the Dragon Ball universe that we heard of but never seen. A lot of missing chapters in Dragon Ball Z, and this is one of them. This is the story of the time that Goku went on a planet called Yardrat after his fight with Frieza. It's a missing piece in the Dragon Ball universe. Like, how did he learn instant transmission? How was the people there? And this is the missing piece. And our story starts right after the fight with Frieza, when planet Namek was about to be destroyed. Goku flees in a pod and he wanders space. Then he crash lands onto a planet called Yardrat. There he's found by its people. He's rushed to the hospital. When he wakes up, he meets this Yardrat called Nuri. She asks if is he gonna try something. He tells her that he's not that kind. He's not gonna try something. She gives him the Yardrat wear, then she comes on to him. He flees from the hospital, but she follows him. They get interrupted by other Yardrats. They start talking to Goku, asking him about who he is, and is he a member of the Ginyu Force. But Goku tells them that he's not. In fact, he defeated the Ginyu Force, and not just that, he defeated Frieza on planet Namek. And in fact, he's a Saiyan. Soppa, the one talking to Goku, doesn't believe him. The Saiyans all died. But Goku says that he's standing there and he's a Saiyan. Soppa gets into his story when he met the Frieza Force. They were invading their planets. He stood off against them but couldn't do that much. So they were at their mercy. They agreed on supplying the Frieza Force with spaceship parts in exchange for not harming their planet. Then he shakes Goku's hand for what he did. But Goku's interest is learning the teleportation technique that they used before. The way to do that is to be taught by the wisest man in Yardrat. Goku sets off to find him. The Yardrat that was with Soppa and Goku teleports to King Cold's spaceship and tells him everything that he heard from Goku. Then when he's finished, King Cold kills the Yardrat. Back on Yardrat, Goku didn't find the wise guy, so he's training. Suddenly, he feels a sudden key coming towards him, so he follows it. When he arrives, he finds the wise man. He tells him who he is, and that he's been looking for him for a while. The Yardrat tells him to follow him. When they get into the cave, they start exchanging talks. Goku tells him that he's surprised by the amazing abilities that the Yardrats have, and he asks if he knows about them. The wise Yardrat introduces himself as Hushuu. Hushuu starts explaining about how he was always in the front lines, defending Yardrat, until he met Soppa. He took Soppa and trained him, taught him everything that he could have taught him. But when he found out that he failed against the Ginyu Force and brought shame, Hushuu exiled himself from that region. Goku tells him that he took care of the Ginyu Force and he wants to challenge Hushuu in a match. The match starts, Goku is winning, obviously. As Hushuu sees himself losing, he tries to use a technique that makes him copy himself. That way he will attack Goku. He had the edge with that for a bit, but then Goku uses like Kaioken, which when Hushuu sees, he doesn't believe how powerful he is. He falls down. Goku rushes to him. Hushuu says that happened because he pushed himself a bit, and it has been happening for years. Meanwhile, King Cold is searching for Frieza and he finds him. So he sends his personal squadron to planet Yardrat to take care of Goku. The ones that King Cold sent to planet Yardrat arrive, and they start killing off the Yardrats there. Soppa jumps in. He starts fighting them, but they overwhelm him. He gets saved by other Yardrats. So Goku jumps in on his side to fight with him. The fight starts. Goku is fighting all three at once and he's overwhelming them. He's stronger than them and they can't beat him like that. But then one of them tries a technique that messes with Goku and makes him fall. Goku now doesn't have the edge. He's been thrown around, tossed. While he's on the ground, he hears a voice. The voice of Hushuu. He's telling him that he's fighting for all the innocent life on this planet, which triggers something in Goku and makes him wake up. Now he has the edge over them. Nothing is working against him. He powers up and throws Shima off the planet. Soba, on the other hand, is fighting, but he's losing the fight. He's not less strong to win. He uses the clone technique, but it's not working. Nothing that he's trying is working. So he uses one last thing. With the help of Nuri, he blinds his opponent, then he strikes him and takes care of him. So that leaves two. Shamu tries to attack the Yardrats. Soba jumps in and takes the attack head on, which leaves Goku against the two of them. His power is immense. They can't beat him like that. They try one last thing, and that is to kill off one of the Yardrats and make Goku give up. That gives him flashbacks of the time on planet Namek. He powers up to a Super Saiyan and beats the two of them, but he leaves Shima, the female one of them, to live. She goes off on her way. Some time has passed. Planet Yardrat is destroyed. They rebuild it, and Soba goes to the hospital. There he gets a message from Nuri's brother telling him that he has been the one that told King Cold about Goku living on Yardrat. Time passes after that. Soba and Goku are training. They get interrupted by Nuri that tells them Hushuu wants to talk to them. He tells Goku that he will reward him for his courage by teaching him instant transmission. Soba is against that since he's not from planet Yardrat. Hushuu tells him that Goku saved them all. That's why he will teach it to him. So he goes on to get Goku his Yardrat wear. Hushuu is interested in what Goku did in his transformation. Goku tells him that it's a transformation for the Saiyans, and he used it the first time against Frieza. Hushuu understands that it's because of the anger built in Goku on the side of losing his friends, so he wants him to try and use it now by imagining losing his friends. As soon as Goku powers up, he can't transform to a Super Saiyan. Hushuu explains that it's because he needs to remain calm while controlling the anger. That's how he will go and become a Super Saiyan at will. Soba gets there. He gives Goku his Yardrat wear. Hushuu explains what's the purpose of the instant transmission. It's invented because of the chance that Frieza will invade their planet. That way they will escape quickly from that planet to a different one. He starts teaching it to them. He tells them to close their eyes and clear their mind. Imagine the key of the one that you want to transport to. Then place your fingers on your forehead, sending your key outwards. And when the key gets intact with the aura that you want, then you will instant transmission. Soba gets the hang of it, but Goku still can't. He doesn't know how to feel key the right way. He doesn't know any of that. He tries over and over, but nothing works. 2 months pass after that. Goku gets the hang of using Super Saiyan, but he still can't use instant transmission. Hushuu is still teaching him. He breaks down the steps. Concentrate and clear your mind. Detect the source of the key you want. Concentrate your key into your forehead and send it to the aura of the key that you want. But still, Goku doesn't know how to do it. He tries and tries, but still can't. He spends months of training to master instant transmission without success. After months has passed, Goku is still learning this technique, but something happens to Hushuu. He has a heart illness and transferred to the hospital. While Goku is learning instant transmission, he senses that Hushuu's ki is rapidly decreasing. With the fear of something happening to him, he instant transmission to him. This time, it's a success. He finds Hushuu laying there in the hospital. Hushuu takes Soba's hand and tells him that he is his dad. He tells him about what happened. He wanted to teach him the secret techniques that he has developed, but feared that one day he will join the Frieza army and use it against them. During the assault of the Ginyu Force, he felt that Soba betrayed him, even though people were at peace, but they were enslaved, and he faced the guilt alone. When he saw him with Goku fighting to save Yardrat and risking his life, he said to him, "Thank you and never forget who you are." Then Hushuu dies. Planet Yardrat is filled with sadness with the loss of the wisest man there, the one that taught them all their techniques. Meanwhile, Shima goes back to Frieza's spaceship. She learns about Frieza's plans and rushes to planet Yardrat to meet Goku once more and warn him about Frieza's plans. On planet Yardrat, Goku is with Soba when Shima arrives. She tells him that Frieza is heading to Earth. Goku's surprised he killed Frieza. They go back to the spaceship that Goku came with to plant Yardrat. He says his goodbyes and he goes back to Earth. We know how this story turns out. It's from the Future Trunks saga. It ends up with the death of Frieza. I wanted to focus on the parts that included the Yardrat story of Goku, him learning instant transmission and meeting those people. It was a fascinating story about how Goku changed on planet Yardrat, how he grew stronger. With every life in the universe, there's something to be taught, and this was the story of Goku's life on Yardrat. Saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.